Hi, hopefully I've got a quick tutorial for you today on how to fix the broken cart for the individual assignment. If you haven't yet, you're going to hop over to Trello and add your name to the individual cart activity. So you'd click the pencil, click change members, and then you'd click yourself to add yourself. Once everyone is finished, you'll move that from doing into done. The next step is to open up the code. If you haven't yet, go ahead and clone that repository to your local storage, and then you can hop over to your code here. You'll want to click on the bottom left over here. It'll probably say main for you, so you'll click that, and you'll click create a new branch, and just do your initials and individual. So you can see we're on that new branch now. If we were to go to commit anything, it would publish it to that branch in GitHub. Next thing that we're going to do is, I'll close this out so we have just a fresh start. You're going to run npm run start in the terminal. If you don't already have terminal, you just click terminal up here, click new terminal, and then you can control click that localhost and it'll open up over here. Okay, so we can see our cart isn't showing anything right now. If we head over here, let's add something to our cart. Go to cart, nothing's there. Why is that? What's going on here? Well, first thing we can do is hop over to our F12. We see a little error here in console. Cart items.map is not a function. Okay, well, it's in cart.js. We'll stash that aside for now. Remember that. And if we hop over to our application, and we can see in local storage here, we'll click localhost, and you want to click on your SO cart. You can see that there's a tent in there, the Talus tent, but it's not displaying. Well, let's see what happens when we go and add a new tent. If we added it, okay, it shows up here, Ajax tent. If we go North Face, we'll add that. Alpine Guide, it got added, but it looks like our Ajax is gone. So Clear Ridge, add that. Okay, it added, but it's gone again. So it seems that whenever we add a tent, it is clearing the old tents and adding the new one. So the first thing that we should do is take it from step one. What's happening when we do add cart? And we want to follow those steps all the way until we get to displaying the cart. What's happening there? So hop into your VS Code. You're going to click on the source folder. You're going to go to your JavaScript. Actually, I guess before JavaScript, you're going to open up your product pages. Let's just take a look at one of these tent pages. We can scroll down until we find add to cart. So, looks like we got our add to cart button here, and it's going to send an ID. Let's see what script we're using. If we go to script up here, we can see JS product. So we're going to go to JS, and we're going to open up product. And we can see our listener is right here. It looks for the add to cart button, and when it's clicked, it's going to use the add to cart handler. Here's that function up here, add to cart handler. Takes E, which in this case stands for event, and that's going to call data source.findProductById. Well, data source is a new product data, and it's going to give it tents. And product data is from the product data MJS. So we hop over there. Let's see this class. It's just going to be calling our JSON file. It's going to be storing that data for us to use. So that's all that's doing. We'll hop back to product. After it gets that data, it's going to send that data to add product to cart. If we look here, function add product to cart calls set local storage. Okay, set local storage is coming from utilities. You can see set local storage just says, hey, local storage, we're going to set item, we're going to give it a key, and we're going to stringify some JSON data. Okay. So it seems like it's just setting the local storage. That might not be too great, right? Because we don't want to set the local storage every time. We want to get whatever the local storage is and append whatever we're sending to it. If we hop over to our cart, this is the JavaScript that is going to be displaying our cart page. That's where we get our error. Cart items.map, not a function. So we look at HTML items equals cart items.map, and we're giving it an item, giving it a template. This map function is expecting an array. But right now, if we look at our local storage, go back to our application, we don't have an array in local storage, we just have a object. So, of course, this page is going to throw an error because it expects an array for this line 5, but it's being given an object. So this is where a lot of students, including myself, think that the problem is occurring. They say, okay, well, let's go ahead and solve this area here. Let's turn this into an array. Let's do something here to solve it. But in reality, our problem stems from the add product to cart function. So this function is going to set local storage, and it's going to be clearing our storage every time and setting it anew. So what we actually want to have happen is we want to have our local storage be an array, and we want to get whatever is in our local storage, and then we want to append whatever the new product is. So here's where my first solution came in. I thought, let's go ahead and make cart equal an array. Okay, we want it to be an array so that our map function can actually work. And then we're going to say, let's make products. So we got multiple products, and we're going to say that equals, maybe I should let, and we're going to say products equals get local storage. And it looks like local storage just calls for a key. That key is going to be SOCart. And then instead of saying set local storage to equal product, we're going to say set local storage to equal products. So, and then after we have our products, we want to append those to the cart, right? So cart.push, and we're going to say products. So we're making an array. We're getting our storage, and we're going to push that to the cart, and then we're going to actually add cart to our storage. Now, let's go ahead and save that, and then we'll hop over here. Let's try to add a tent. Okay, so we already have tents here. I'm going to click add. Okay, looks great. Let's try adding another. What happened there, right? So it looks like it just deepened the array. If we try another tent, look at that, deepens the array again. So what's happening here is we're actually declaring an array every time, and it's going to slowly get further and further nested. So we don't want to declare a new array each time. We want to say, hey, if there's nothing in the cart, then let's do an array. And a really quick way to do that is to say, hey, products equals get local storage, or if there is no local storage, we want to make an array. And then we can say if, right, that very first time it's going to be an array, we're going to say products dot push products. And now we want to display our products. So what we're doing here is the very first time is if there is no nothing in that array, or nothing in that cart, we're going to make an array. Otherwise, we're going to get whatever the local storage is right now. We're going to add that to our array, and then we're going to set our local storage. If we try to run this, we're still going to end up with an error. So if we click add to cart, it's going, oh, well, maybe we should save first. Saved it. So now when we click add to cart, nothing is happening. The reason that is because our cart already has some pretty garbage stuff in it right now, right? So we got a lot of junk keeping up our cart. So we're not able to hit that first array function there. So what we want to do is let's just add local storage dot clear. And so now when we run this, we'll comment that out. Save it. If we do that, it has cleared our storage. So that's good. We're going to comment this line out again. Now we've got a fresh storage to work with. Save that. And now, when we run this, it didn't work. Let's see. Push product. I see what I did wrong. I said products.push products. Should have been products, and we push the product onto that array. Yeah. So now let's save that, and let's try again. We check in our cart over here. Look at that. It's got index 0. We've got an item. And let's try again. Index 1. We've got run rock tank. Let's try again. Got marmot. Nice. So now we can see that they're adding it to the cart. Now let's hop over to our cart, and we can see they are displaying. That's because we are actually using an array, and we no longer get that error, hey, the map function's not working. So that's how we get those into the cart. We just have declare a new array if there is nothing there. Otherwise, get our local storage, push that, and then push the new products. So that's all you have to do to solve the broken cart. Next, we want to commit. We want to say solved broken cart. We've only edited the product.js file. Commit that, stage our changes, and we want to publish this branch. Now if we hop over to our GitHub, we'll see that our new branch is there. So we click on main, and we see, let's refresh this page. Click on main, and you'll see this new SS individual. And we can see if we go to source, solved broken cart. So that pushed. So let's go to pull requests, and we want to make a new pull request. The reason that we're doing this is because if everyone were to push to main all at the same time, or if they were pushing their code to main, then we might be in danger of some bad code being pushed or having some conflicting errors. So we all make our own individual branches, and then we push them on our own time. So we're going to push SS individual into main, and it says, hey, this is able to merge. We're going to do a create pull request, solve broken cart, and we said changed add to cart function to get current cart and append new product. And create that pull request. GitHub's going to run through some checks, and it's going to say, hey, this is able to be merged. And then either you or your other teammates are able to come in. Once they hop into the GitHub, they'll see, oh, there's one pull request active right now. They'd click over here. They'd see, okay, we've got Skylar just pushed his solve for broken cart. Let's click on that and see how it's doing. We can click on the commits, and we can see the actual changes that have occurred. We can see, okay, we changed it. I had already saved it before, so it didn't actually show it, but we would have changed it from blank, and we would have changed it to having those extra features there. So we go back to conversation. We say, hey, this looks good. Let's go ahead and merge that pull request. It's merged. Go back to our code. If we're looking at main, we can see source, solve broken cart. So that's how you create your own branches. That's how you merge them, and that's how you solve the broken cart. Hope that helped you if you were struggling with that. Have a good day.